Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ulster Bands Forum and the Virtual Band Parade. It is Friday night, so we're here for hopefully a little bit of good music. I just want to shout out to a few on the text before I lose them all. So, Roy Patterson, good evening to you. Caroline Hughes was in a panic because she couldn't get us. We were running just a little bit late tonight. I had to disconnect and connect again. Eddie wants to know what time you're on. I can assure you, Eddie, that neither East Belfast, Miller Memorial, or Ballyhalbert are on the show this evening at all. Edward Fellows this evening all. Hi to Nicola McElravy. David Sheridan says hi everyone. Jackie Mullen says hello. Mary McKee, Roberta and Eddie Baird, Stephen Feely. You were on last weekend, so you're not getting on this weekend. I don't know what you're siding with the other two, Stephen, because Miller Memorial were on last weekend. Harry MacArthur is watching in Glasgow, as Billy and Margaret are watching in Port Glasgow. Sylvia Slane is watching in Cookstown, and of course you'll have recognised our first band there. Sylvia, the start music, of course, was Cookstown Sons of William and Dinah's Delight. Joel Jackson, Eddie Chambers, Stephen Brown, Reggie Cullen, Alistair McKellar. Welcome to you all. Jennifer McAllister, William Smith. It's flying through so quickly here. I'm getting the names. Eddie Martin from Steel End and Fife. Jean Kerr, John Hewitt. Good evening, John in Liverpool. Trevor Monaghan, Glenn Thompson, Joy Cullen, Angela Crickshanks, Tracy Smith, Muriel, Jean from Irvine, Victoria Sheridan. It has been a long week. Brian Goody, hi to you. Francis Donaldson, Robert Goldsmith, Keith McCormick, Lisa Kerr, Darren Leggy, William Callahan, Graham Mitchell. Welcome to you all. I'm trying to get through here before I lose them. Roberta Elder, Kenny Dummigan, Joy, we've been speaking to you. Angela Hazlitt, welcome to you. Davy Bird is in Sternocum. William Fenton is here as usual. William, stay you tuned. Nick Pierce is watching from Portadown. Tim Webb is watching. Tim, are you still in the hospital? Are you home? Are you out? Or what? Where keep us updated. How is the health?
Tim is at home.
Is he at home?
Tim got home the other day there, and he's faring up well.
That's
and
good.
It's nice to see that his dad has given up. His dad is not watching the Masters anymore tonight, and he's watching us instead because we're far superior.
Good, glad to hear. Francis Murphy, hi to you. David Gibson, glad you enjoy the show. Joy, Rebecca Marks and Jordan are watching as always. Darren Leggy is in East Belfast. Anne Finlay is watching. Graham Mitchell, Jonathan Courtney, Willie Walker. I nearly said Willy Wonka there. Luke Brown is watching in Gibraltar. Look, great to have you aboard. Carl Clyde, good evening, Valerie and Roy. Paul and I are looking forward to another night of great music. Thank you so much for giving up your time each Friday and Saturday night. Much appreciated. Well, what else will we be doing, Carl? Huh? Let's face it, what else will we be doing? Robert Morrison says, good evening, some Ochnagurgan accordion. Robert Clarence is watching from Galashiels. William Torrance, Carl Porter, hiya Carl. Michael and Hazel are watching from Ballylone. Raymond Whitehead is in Loyalist Scotland. Mark Anderson. John Patterson is watching from Australia. Hiya, John. Should I be upside down for you? I suppose you're fed up hearing jokes like that there. Raymond Newell's watching. Teal Sinclair. Scott Clark. Eddie Torney's away to watch Children in Need. Oh. But then he won't know if I play them. You see, it's a double-edged sword, Eddie. Welcome all to Richard Sterd. Luke Brown is from Carrickfergus, but he's now living in British Gibraltar. Well done. Francis Murray is judging. Wonder is Francis? Don't know. We'll have to check out Francis Murray's page just to make sure, in case he's a troll. So let's get a little bit of music. So over the past few weeks, there's been quite a lot of discussion, and I posted a photograph of them recently on the page, and it's just blown up. So many people are commenting of the Ulster Young Loyalists from Castlewellan. So I had to get a little clip in of them this evening. This is them playing at an indoor competition in the 80s sometime. And it's in Cookstown. And they're playing the March Heidelberg. definitely a different arrangement of Heidelberg. They're obviously compensating for the lack of the octaves through it, but still a very good. Maybe a wee bit of speed. Whoever was in the big drum, Reggie, could have done with a wee bit of speed there. Some of you have noticed I am in a different location. I have moved this evening, yes. This is where I spend my day, all day, every day at work. So I'm usually kind of this way. But I thought I would get in here this evening, and then thankfully the new office is ready to move into. Just a bit of decorating done, and then I can
She's
get into it as
actually
well.
trying to pretend she's intellectual with all the books behind her. And
Excuse me.
the thing about it is, have you noticed that none of those books have actually got a crease down the spine whatsoever? So not
Shelves
even one of
upon
them has been opened
look.
ever.
My shelves go right to the ceiling. Hold on, I move this. Look, look, look.
But
All to
none
the
of
ceiling.
those
And that's
books have actually ever been opened, folks. They're just
Mason's
there,
collection.
just
Don't
to
lie.
pretend. They're just
Don't
there
you
for
lie,
pretense
you.
purposes.
Have to get the set back again. It's very, very stay. Shifting here again. Right. So what tonight is made up of is I went through last weekend and got all the comments with requests, except from people who gurn at me. Okay, so if you gurn at me constantly, you're not included. Plus the fact that those people that gurn, can I just point out, East Belfast Protestant Boys has been played more than any other band of any genre. They have been played more than anybody else. Miller Memorial and Ballyhalbert. Miller Memorial were on last weekend. Now, I have to be fair and say it's a couple of weeks since Ballyhalbert were on, but they are still played more than the vast majority of other melody bands. Okay, so I need to be fair. Need to be fair. I absolutely do. So
And
what I've
hence why
done.
there's none of my bands on tonight either, because I constantly gurn at her.
Well, that is true. He does. He absolutely does. I'm going to try and get through a few more of the comments here. Morris Wark is watching. Jordan MacArthur. It is on YouTube, Jordan. Only don't look for virtual band praise. Look for Ulster Bands for. Remember, somebody put in a complaint because we played their music. Ian Duff is watching from Lithgow in Scotland. Adam Braidwood is watching in Stonehouse. Wally Walker is in Loyalist Renfrew. And I nearly give you a Willy Wonka. Alan William Bell is in Greenock. Kenneth Hammond's in London Derry. John Sullivan's watching. John Baird is watching held up in Hilltown. There's a band parade in progress. I only wish, only wish. David Simmons is watching from Telford in Shropshire. Graham Mitchell is watching from Loyalist Bowness. John Mitchell is in the Whirl. Graham Kenny is watching us, obviously from around Lisburn somewhere. Graham, I saw you had a comment on the forum about asking for the names of the Stronocum accordion band, which, to be honest, I never knew existed. Someone on Instagram had commented, so I'd asked them to go over. No, Articlave it was. Articlave, you'd asked for. So they had commented on Instagram, so I asked them just to go over to Ulster Band's forum and see if they could give you a few names for it. Jim Stout is watching. Karina and Ray are also watching. James Sharon Norris. June Krumer is asking for Crumlin Old Boys tonight. Afraid I can't. I've already got the show lined up and tomorrow nights as well. China is watching. China was late in there. He's just getting all his minions counted. Fred Deacon is watching a Carrick Fergus. Wishes us all a good night. Hopefully you will enjoy the music this evening. And we're just going to keep that standard at a nice high benchmark with the next piece I know that a lot of you asked for and just absolutely love this band. And I have to admit, I had difficulty picking an exact clip because there was a few that I wanted to use. Now, I'll caveat that by saying none of them have got great camera because, I mean, these are from the late 80s. So cameras in those days obviously weren't that great. But this is the Sharpshooters band from East Belfast playing in Ballymena. This is as close as you're going to get, Roy. This is Pride of the Mains Parade, roughly about 1990. But I think you'll enjoy the music of this. If anybody can tell me the name of the tune, please do. if anybody knows the name of that tune, please do let me know, because I don't know. I have to admit, there was three different clips. There was one of them in East Belfast on the 1st of July night playing Black Bear, which was brilliant. There was another one of them coming under the bridge in Glasgow, obviously on the 12th, but it wasn't a full clip. It was like a wee bit of a clip of them and then another wee bit of a clip of them in different tunes. But the reason that I liked that one was because the one in Glasgow, even though it's only like bits of tunes, I'll definitely have it on another night, because they turn backwards and everything and they're parading down the street, and then like they're taking a step and pausing and taking a step and pausing, but really, really good, absolutely good.
And that was back in the day whenever the streets of Ballymena were lined by people watching parades.
Yeah,
there's probably more people. There's probably more people down Larne Road watching that parade than there is watching it the whole parade route these days. It's so
could
sad.
Could be. No, absolutely, and everyone's agreeing. Watching Jean Morris is watching with the grandchildren Lucy and Jamie, who are members of Ballymedeoch Accordion. Mark Anderson's agreeing, says back when those were parades, those are the days. Belle of Belfast is what a few are suggesting. Joy Collins saying East Belfast Belle. John China, Manhattan Belle. Yeah, there's a few suggestions coming in there. Jessica says sharpshooters made that up themselves. I was starting to think it myself. Lots of people are coming in asking for various different bands. We do the show up beforehand, so we try to get things to run as smoothly as possible. It doesn't always work, but we do our best to try. So what we we've all lined up ahead of time, so it's quite hard to change just short notes. But what we always do is go through all the comments. I think I've went through 1,500 comments over the past couple of days, picking out all the requests that have been asked for, and we do try to get them all in. So really, really good there from Sharpshooters. Now, Trevor Lennon, if you are watching, are you there, Trevor? Because you made a request last weekend. I think it was the Saturday night, maybe. I'm not sure which night, but it is for Inch Flute Band. This is them playing at Downshire Guiding Stars Parade in 2019. And part of this is 100 Pipers. hopefully you're happy with that little clip, Trevor. You had asked for Inch Flute Band, so we tried to deliver. Now, I don't know whether I play this next one or not, Roy. I really don't. I really don't. I hate.
Tough. You haven't got the play button at your control, so tough, tough, tough.
Quite a few of you had asked over the weeks for another clip of me playing the accordion, and I don't like playing. So, but I have to admit, I really love the sound that I got with this one. In the summer, I got a new box last year, maybe even the year before, and it never got played. And it's an electronic block, is what they call a Roland accordion, so it's completely electronic, no reeds whatsoever. But it can sound like absolutely anything under the sun. It's amazing, but I just never ever sat down and messed about with it.
So
So at the beginning
basically,
of
it's
the
just
year,
an awkward key. It's just an awkward keyboard, just like a organ keyboard you get. Instead of having it
in
sitting down flat
theory,
and playing it
in
like that, you have to
theory,
hold it up at your side like this and sit there and go. Ding,
but
ding.
it's slightly more than that. Like, let's face it, it's
It's a
slightly more than that.
keyboard.
It's
It's a
not.
synthesizer. It's an electronic
Oh,
synthesized
shush.
keyboard.
So I was playing about with it in the summer, and I took a couple of clips of them. So I thought I would share one of them with you this evening. I'm not looking for praise, right? You criticize all you like, but don't praise. But I thought I would share it with you because there's quite a few asked for a wee clip of it one time. So this will be the last time you see anything like this, because I hate doing this. Yes, China, you must suffer that, I'm afraid, but it's only a wee short one. Close your eyes and see if you can recognize this instrument. It's
You see,
there.
it's just a blimmin' synthesizer. That's all it is. So
Oh,
what's the point
I
of
love it.
what's
I
the
have to
point of
admit,
the
I
bits
love
in the
it.
middle if they don't do nothing?
The bits in the middle do something because you control the dynamics and the volume and all that there with the bellows, and the same way you do with a normal accordion. And the left hand is just exactly the same as a normal
So
accordion.
it'd be just as easy getting a stand, putting a synthesizer on it, and playing it.
No, it wouldn't. It absolutely wouldn't.
It would have a foot pedal for the volume.
Listen, it is so much fun. Honest to goodness, if you can afford to get one, absolutely get one. They are. I just do not I just do not have enough time to play with it. But yeah, no, it sounds like the clarinet, and it was, of course, Strangers on the Shore. So back to the flute bands again. Thank you, everyone, for your kind comments, including China's Jesus Christ. I don't know whether that was good or bad, China, but I take it that it was bad. Now, moving back very swiftly to the bands again. This is one that Stephen McKinney had asked for. So, Stephen, I hope you are watching this evening. I know that you're on all the time, but this is a lovely, lovely wee set of tunes together. what little bit of Union Cruiser in it, all that kind of stuff. It is Ballymaconley Sons of Conquers. This is them playing at Ballyquinn's Parade in Limavady 2016. Brian Goody, do not encourage John China about the girls in flip bands. He's bad enough as it is. Don't encourage him. Carl Robinson's watching from Liverpool. Tracy Smith really enjoyed that. Great sound. You said enjoying it. Joe Eccles thinks they've got talent. Philip McKay says he could listen to that drum corps all night. They're fantastic. Paul Craig thought it was a very good band. Good evening, Albert Harkness. I hope you are keeping well, my dear. I hope you're well on the road to recovery now. China is very fond of Simon's beard. I have been on at Simon for quite a few years to get rid of that beard, but no, he insists on keeping it. Steve McKinney is watching, yes, and said they're a brilliant band, support them every year at their parade. And of course, they have a lot of difficulties at the parade there in Rishargan, but absolutely, like they do everything perfect every year. Stephen Ramsey's listening from Nijmegen. Am I still getting it right? Is that still right how I'm saying it? Gordon Hotchkiss is listen to. Funny, I had the Liverpool Core Drums T-shirt set out to wear, Gordon, and then I said no. Did I wear it last week? I don't want to wear it too often, I need to it gets washed in between. But if I wore it every week, you guys would all think I had nothing else to wear. Gordon Carey is watching from Crumray in Ayrshire. Davy Logan says he's late arrival as duty calls. Aaron Chambers is asking from some Gertrude. We did have Gertrude on last Friday night, Aaron, so they'll not be due on for a week or two. But once we get sort of like a gap, we'll definitely. I am trying to be fair to everyone, and I know everyone thinks their own band is the best and the most important, but everybody thinks that, and there's over 660 bands in Northern Ireland alone, never mind counting Scotland and England and the border counties. So it is really, really hard to get them all onto one show. Now, Reggie was asking, was there any silver tonight? Well, Reggie, of course, there's always silver in the show. So let's have a wee listen. I thought I would go for something a wee bit different. This is Mark Silver playing at the Valley contest in 2017. Hopefully you enjoy this wee one. So hoped you liked that one. It was very Spanish. I was looking around for a flyer to get a credit between my teeth. So Reggie, were you the one out in the flamenco dance at the front of that there? Let me see. James Jarnor says that was too quick for you, Reggie. I don't know. Victoria says Dave says he only gets played once a month if he's lucky. Can I just clarify? We're definitely talking about music here. Yes, we're still talking about music. Stay tuned, Dave. Stay tuned. Aaron Chambers says that's it. I'm gurning. Aaron, let me tell you, you will never beat the Three Stooges at gurning. I've never seen the like of it. In one thread alone on Facebook, there was something like 88 comments, just of them gurning. Just the three of them gurning. Honest to goodness, steadily. Now, let's go to Hugh Solomon asked for a little bit of Sterling Product Boys. We will get that on another week. As I say, we have the show all built up in advance. So this one here is made up of requests from kind of last weekend. Or some of them, not all of them. I couldn't fit on. Victoria says, oh my gosh, Valerie, he said that. Great minds, David, great minds. Now, Darren Leggy says it sounds like East Belfast PR boys. You're right, Darren. It is their PR boys. It's China and Eddie and Stephen. Stephen's jumped in the bandwagon, even though the Miller Memorial were played last week. I mean, I don't understand this. He's like hunting with the hounds and running with the foxes. He's playing both sides there, as our Stephen. Now, Jim Gilfinnan, I hope you are watching tonight. It's not gurning, it's constructive opinions. It's not constructive anything. It's just gurding. It's just plain flat out gurding. Jim Gilfinnan, I hope you're watching this evening.
Did you skim
You had
past my
requested.
comment?
Sorry?
Did you skim past my comment?
Oh, Roy's comment was Ulsterbads form when are East Belfast, Protestant Boys, Ballyhalbert and the Miller Memorial getting played, asking for friends. It's not tonight. Yeah, that's it. Morris Work, you're at it now too. It's all right, 3 in a row coming up, mate. Oh dear, my goodness. Do you know what? I'll put a full night on of nothing but East Belfast, Ballyhalbert and Miller, one after the other, and that'll sicken you. That'll sicken you.
I'd actually enjoy that.
You probably would too. You would. Hopefully you will enjoy the next one. We'll get to this yet. This is Lark Hall Purple Heroes playing at the Andrew Murphy Memorial Flute Band Cultural Day in January 2013. Excellent there by Lark Hall Purple Heroes. Jim, I hope you enjoyed that one, as everyone else. There is a lot of people saying about how great and how much they love Highland Cathedrals. Yes, it sounds well on the bagpipes, but I also think, you know, like they did an absolutely good job of transferring it there onto the flutes. So I don't think, you know, it's great and it shows the versatility of what the flute bands are trying to do. Now, nobody had requested any part music flute bands, so I had a little bit of leeway with this one here. So I hope you enjoy the next one that I've picked. It's a band, again, that we haven't had on very often. I think they've only been played once or twice so far. So I wanted to bring them on again. So I actually do have lists of every single band that we have played on this, how often they were played and when they were played. So when I'm trying to compose shows and when Roy and Lisa are trying to do shows, what we do is we try and look and see which bands have been least played and bring those in again, because every band deserves an airing. They absolutely do. And this next band is fantastic. This is them at a contest in Lisburn Civic Centre way back in 2013. It is Glen King Fife and Drum, and they are playing a little march called Le Tambour Major. Just reading these comments coming through. First of all, can I just say, Albert Harkness, you're siding with the Gurners now. Where is that Newton Arts band till I take them off the list for later on tonight? Tut tut. And I will also just clarify, when I said I would do a show of nothing but the three bands, I was being sarcastic, okay? It's not happening. Nope, not happening. Mark Graham says the conductor must have spent the evening at the bar before that performance, prancing about like a headless chicken. He was into the music, Mark. He was into the music. He was just loving it, absolutely loving it.
Which is more than I
don't want to
was.
see me. You don't want to see me conducting. That's for sure.
I see Valerie conducting it every night when there's something like that on. But you can always tell what it's Valerie's pick of the nights because she picks all these intricate tunes that
I do No, I sometimes
They,
think that you don't get a proper impression of bands as they walk past you in the streets. Sometimes you need to actually listen to them on the stage to realize how talented they are. You know, you're getting 4 seconds as they go
but
past you.
that one and the silver brassy one, both intricate tunes that
But they were great tunes. They were great tunes.
not from where, being honest, not from where I was sitting.
You don't like accordions neither, so I mean that says everything you need to know. Now, the next band that we have up, Stephen McKinney, you'd asked for this one, and I have to admit it's one of my favourite Blood and Thunder bands. And to be honest, we don't play them as much on here as we should, purely because I don't want to be accused of a biased. I don't want accused of bias whatsoever. It is, of course, the one and only Drama Hegel's Young Defenders. This is them playing at their own parade in 2020 because obviously they couldn't have a full parade in August. So they paraded the town of Ballymoney by themselves. So this is them in 2020. Just laughing there. Davy Logan, you nearly got it right. You said that they would give East Belfast a run for the money. East Belfast only wish they were as good as that band. I mean, their drum corps, miles ahead. Flute corps, miles ahead, really. The only thing that East Belfast have over them is the numbers. Oh, that's stirring that
Shots fired.
pot. That is stirring that pot. Oh, Victoria, I don't actually know what those three tunes are called. Well, I know what they are individually, but I don't know what they call the whole mix of them together. But it's good, isn't it? Really, really good. Now, that nicely. Scott Clark says the Hegel's playing Last of the Mohicans is something else. It absolutely is. I actually had a clip of that picked, and then I thought, no, I've played Last of the Mohicans before. Let's show something else. Now, Joe Eccles enjoyed that one as well. We're going to do our quiz now. So Drummer Eccles brings me nicely on to our quiz. And our quiz tonight is County Antrim bands. Okay, so it's all County Antrim Blood and Thunder. All right, so let's have a guess. So as always, well, Lisa since last week has started putting up giving you 4 options for the band it is. Okay, so she's made it as easy as possible for you. There couldn't be anything easier than that. So these are all County Antrim Blood and Thunder bands. So let's have our first clip, Roy. So that was your first clip. One of those 4 bands. So put your number 1 and then which one you think it is. Penny Johnson's Mute. These are all good bands. They're kind of Antrim Penny now. So it was either Donachie, Ballycale, Silver Plains, or Ballymaconley. I'm writing them down tonight. Okay, so lot of votes coming in there for Ballycale, a few in for Ballymaconley, a couple in for Donachie. Who do you think it is, Roy? Ballymaconley. Okay, now let's go. I'm Xing yours. I'm Xing yours. So let's go to our next clip. This is clip number 2. So clip 2 could either have been Monkstown, Lambeg Orange and Blue, the Ulster Grenadiers Carrickfergus, or a Hawkle. So let's see all the 2 C's. C's is Lambegs, a few Ulster Grens coming in there, few Monkstown, few Hawkles. Who do you think it was, Roy?
Lambeg, I think. No clue, but I think Lambeg.
Okay, let's go to clip number 3. Okay, so band number 3 was either Dunmurray, Lambeg Orange and Blue, Pride of Knockmore, or Lisburn Fusiliers. So let us know who you thought those were. So Roy is going for Pride of Knockmore to see who that is. Okay, band number 4. So you had 4 choices. You had either Rathcoole Protestant Boys, Ballyclare Protestant Boys, Clough-Fern Young Conquerors, or Monkstown YCV. Who do you think for that one? Okay, and our last clip. This is band number 5. Who is this? 4 options on the screen. Now, you had 4 choices there: Crown Defenders Clough-Mills, a Haughall Loyal Sons of William, Danaki Flute Band, or Clough-Fern Young Conquerors. So those were our 5 tonight. It's only a bit of fun just to see. And you know something? I'm sitting here listening and I know the answers, and I honestly couldn't have told you for any of those. I genuinely couldn't have told you who any of those bands were. So it just shows you how great the quality is. Does it should there be more variation? I don't know, because I think whenever bands think something is really good, then they tend to copy it. So then for they sound the same. So it's a hard one, right? So let's all be honest, okay? Remember what you picked, and let's listen to band number 1 again, Roy. So Lisa's saying that somebody has got 5 out of 5 tonight. Have you been watching the answers coming in, Lisa, and being able to track that someone's this will be the first time we've got 5 out of 5, I have to admit now. That'll be absolutely brilliant. So if you said that band number 1 was Danaki, then you give yourself a point. Let's move on to band number 2. Roy, you had said Ballymaconley, but it was Danaki. So band number 2. Okay, so somebody has got 5 out of 5 tonight. If you said that band number 2 was Ulster Grenadiers, it could be you. So let's have a listen to band number 3. So band number 3 was in fact Pride of Knockmore. Roy, well done, you got that one right. Let's have a listen to band number 4. And Roy, you got this one wrong. I'm shocked, but you got this one wrong. So, band number 4, and Roy got this wrong. He's making all the excuses of the day here. So he is. It's an old clip. The drum and change. But band number 4, if you said Rathcoole Protestant Boys, you could be you could be on your way to getting 5 out of 5. So, final clip, Roy. You got this one right. So band number 5, last band, Adam, 5 out of 5 easy. I haven't even told you who the last band is yet, Adam. How can you be saying you've got them all when I haven't even told you who the last band is? The last band was Crown Defenders Clockmills. So if you chose Danaki, Ulster Grens, Knockmore, Rathcoole Protestant Boys, and Clockmills, then you got 5 out of 5. Well done, Adam Livingston. You are the first person ever to get 5 out of 5 on any of the quizzes that we have ran. Accordions, Blood and Thunder, even nailing them down to the towns. Well done. That's the first time. And you didn't do it in the Portadown ones. You didn't do it in the County ones. Okay, let's get back to the music. Do you enjoy the quizzes? Let's know how you did. Do you enjoy the quizzes? Do you want us to keep doing it? Lisa is brilliant at them, but if you enjoy them, we'll keep doing them. Muriel got yippee. I got 5 out of 5. All wrong. Penny got 2 out of 5 on mute, and she's going to go and do the lottery. Penny actually guessed them before they even played. So let's have a look who we're going to next. Of course, let us know your birthdays. Birthdays, we'll be doing them in a little while. So if you know of any birthdays or you want to wish someone happy birthday, do let us know. So our next band up, Raymond Newell. I know that you were watching. Hopefully you still are. You had requested a little bit of Oma True Blues. So this is them at their own parade in 2014, playing a little bit of Lily Bolero.
Wait.
short one there from Oma Protestant Boys, but still a good one. I like that wee Lily Bolero tune. Now, Jean got in touch with me during the week to say, hi Valerie, this Friday night would have been our annual concert in the Unionist Hall in Enniskillen. We all love it so much, but of course it's cancelled this year. As the band members are all feeling a little bit down, could you please play List Below accordion on your show this Friday? It was really hard to get a good clip. Really, really hard to get a good clip. But I think I've got a good one. This is Lisbellaw accordion playing in 2019 at the Blair Jubilee Pipe Band parade, or Pipe Band Parade. So all the members of Lisbellaw, chin up. There is always next year. You will do absolutely fantastic next year. So this is Lisbellaw accordion. Unfortunately, it cut off there before the end of the clip, but really good playing orange and blues there. Jim would like flutes and drums done a D. I'll have a wee check, Jim, and we can maybe get them on in the next couple of weeks, depending on when we last played them. Did we not play them? I think we might play them last week. We've not played them that long ago. I did misspeak. Thankfully, all you guys are always there to keep me right. It wasn't Oma Prod Boys, it was Oma True Blues. I think I did say Oma True Blues at the beginning, but then I waffled too much at the end of it. So, but it was, of course, Oma True Blues. Now, next up, Graham Patterson. You asked for a little request. You had asked actually for it last week as a mark of respect to a gentleman in the band who had passed away. We couldn't fit it in last week, but we managed to get a little clip of them in this week. This is Constable Anderson Memorial playing at Downshires Parade in 2018. So that was Constable Anderson Memorial, below the bridge there at Guiding Stars. Robert Goldsmith says that Newton Savile were at the same parade as Two Blues. Robert, I looked and I looked and I looked and I better looked. I must have spent at least an hour today looking for clips of Newton Savile accordion, and I couldn't get any at all. Not even a short segment of a clip. I couldn't get anything at all. So I did look, but I just couldn't find a clip, unfortunately. And that sometimes is the way it happens. So for instance, the Regal accordion is another one. I would love a nice, good long clip of Regal accordion, but I can only get snippets as they go past a video camera in a parade, which is really, really unfortunate. Excuse me. Joy Cullen. Unfortunately, I haven't got Pride of Ballinran in here because they were played last week or the week before, so they're not included in this evening, but I'm sure they are coming soon. Now, William Fenton, I hope that you're watching because you had asked for a little clip of McNeilstown Pipe Band in order to see your two grandsons. Now, I believe they're in this because I think it's one of your grandsons who commented below the YouTube video and said that they won Section B, 3B, and they came 6th in Section 3A. This is McNeilstown Pipe Band playing at Enniskillen in 2019. Super there from McNeilstown. Hope you saw the grandsons, William, in that wee clip. Albert says, Field Marshal is the pipe band from Ulster. There are several hundred bands, fight bands from Ulster. All of them very, very good. We have some of the top best, or the best pipe bands in the world, and it's often proved at the World Championships in Glasgow, because the majority of the prizes come home to Ulster here, even the drum major prizes as well. Well, not even the drum major, but, you know, especially the drum major prizes. Pipes is a thing, you can either take them or leave them. I am kind of, I can listen to them kind of, but they're you know, like at the back of my attention, but they're there, if you know what I mean. I prefer the drumming than I actually do. I always think it's like somebody strangling a cat. Now, where are we going to go next? Let's go straight back to Blood and Thunder. Ian Simpson, if you are watching, last weekend you requested a little bit of Gold Springs True Defenders. This is them. Do you know where this is from? This might be this. Oh, Lisa got this one for me. This is them at Gertrude Starr's 55th anniversary parade in 2016, and they are playing Scarborough Fair. Super there from Gold Springs True Defenders, who of course started off as a silver band based on the photographs that I posted the other week, which I didn't know, but always really interesting seeing those old clips. Now, I saw a comment there, unfortunately it's too far back, it's gone, I can't scroll back to it, where Brian Goody, where you actually said, there's somebody was saying something about accordion bands, and you said that you were 6 foot tall and that you play in an accordion band. I think you were basically threatening. But unfortunately, this next clip of Lord Carson Memorial Accordion have you sitting down, so we can't tell which one is you of the 6 foot. But this is Lord Carson playing at the Festival of Marching Bands way back in 2015. super there from Lord Carson. And Brian is the one at the far back with the red sash on. He's just put the comment on there to tell us. Oh, great there. Absolutely great. Man who robbed the bank at Monte Carlo was the first one of those there. Trevor Harrison was asking for any William King videos. Well, we played William King last Saturday night, so it's, we're trying to be fair and get everybody else on, which is why I have picked this next band. Is there no birthdays? No birthdays have come in. Anybody see any birthdays? I haven't seen anyone. Mark Fry's watching. He says, hope everyone is well. He's watching from outside Ballymena. Well, I think you'll enjoy this next band, Mark. This is Ochnagascan Flute Band playing in 2018. I unfortunately couldn't find a full tune clip of Ochnagascan, which I was really disappointed about because I just loved their playing really, really nice. And it's a band that you don't actually hear that much about. Denise Gordon saying a great band. Denise, I was starting to panic. I didn't think you and Amy were on tonight. I hadn't seen you commenting at all. Yes, that was the County Londonderry Royal Black Sunday service back in 2018. Stephen says some great bands on the show tonight. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad. All requests from you guys. Well, the majority, not all of them were asked, like the silver and the part and all that there. I got a little bit of leeway with those. William says it was marvellous to walk behind that beat. Yes, it absolutely would be. And the next band, I can imagine, are also marvellous to walk behind. I earlier on misspoke and announced these boys instead of the True Blues. It is, of course, Oma Protestant Boys. Jason Gibson, you had asked for them last weekend, so I included them tonight. This is them at a very wet, if I remember right in this clip, very wet Pride of Knockmore Festival in 2017. Very wet. I'll piss you a night, that one. I'm sure there's other ways of saying it, more polite ways of saying it, but that's what we would say to him. So wet, I'll piss you a night. Now, a lot of people saying about how wonderful Oma Protestant Boys are, and they are indeed. And there are quite a few of you putting in names of bands there that you would like to see, and we'll do our best to get them on. Maybe, you know, we can only fit in 24 or 25 bands in the show, but if we don't get them on this week or next week, we keep going. We keep a list of them and we get them all worked through, unless you have been played more than any other band on the show. And then we'll give you a break for a while. Tommy actually asked, have you any clips of Allenton Corps of Drums? And I just check my list, Tommy, and it's a band that we have never played. So we will absolutely make a point of trying to get a clip of them. Someone else had asked for a clip of, where was it? Ravenhill. Billy McDonald had asked for a clip of Ravenhill. If I can find a video clip of them, Billy, I will do. And if not, I know that the Pfeiffer's Cave YouTube channel has lots of great clips of the bands just with music and still photographs and that there. I prefer having, you know, action video to watch, but, you know, worst case scenario, we can get a still video, but we'll definitely get something for you there. So absolutely brilliant. Trevor says, thanks for the clip of Finch. It's not easy to keep a band going in Lacal district. I am sure it is not. John says, brilliant band there. Oma, they used to come over to Liverpool for the ABOD parade, but haven't been over a few years now. Jonathan Mackay says, I would near give up the Blood and Thunder for that drumming as class. Oh my goodness. Jacqueline was in the Ravenhill for 30 years. I try my best to find a clip of the actual band playing somewhere, but if not, we'll definitely get a recording. Now, Albert is watching, and Albert sometimes used to complain that I didn't play enough Newtonards bands. And sometimes what happened was I played them earlier in the show, and then Albert joined and had missed them, and then complained that I didn't play any Newtonard bands. Isn't that right, Albert? So tonight, Albert, especially for you, this is Newtonards Protestant Boys playing at Skokes Parade in 2018, and Lisa tells me they're playing Top Gun. Great there from Newtonards Protestant Boys. Quite a dark wee night there. You could just about see them on the clip there at all. Ronnie says, any Pride of William Donimana would please Anne. Is that Pride of William Donimana Owl Boys there, or is it the current band, or is it Donimana Accordion? Give me a bit more information there. Yeah, Jacqueline's going to try and get me a clip for Ravenhill, so thank you for that. Scott's wondering, is that the Top Gun theme? Yeah, that's what Lisa has told me. The name of the tune is Top Gun, so I'm guessing it is. Now, the next band up is another silver band. This is Letterbrain Silver, and I'm just trying to remember now which one that I chose, because there was two clips and I enjoyed both of them, and I can't remember which one I ended up choosing. Well, we'll find out in a wee second anyway. Just on behalf of Trevor there, I see he's posted, Castledurg Young Loyalists are having a Lundy parade in Castledurg on Saturday the 12th of December, marching off from the main car park Castledurg at 7 p.m. sharp, going up around the Diamond and back to the main car park, where we're having a drive-in burning of Lundy. Before Lundy is burnt, there will be a presentation on the history of Colonel Robert Lundy and the Siege of Derry. Could you make sure you video that presentation on the history for me, Trevor? Because because I would like to hear that. Read a fact the other day. It was in one of my mini books, right? So these are the books that just, oh, there's one fell, that have just come in for me this week. So we've got
Those are the ones that you pretend to read. They got pictures.
they were just delivered by the postman this week. So we've got Age of the Union. We have got BT, We Are the People. I love all these old books. Then Loyal to King Billy. This is just my posting this week. It's any much wonder I've piles of it. And then I got these two just to see if we could find anything interesting or clips in them. It's the Marching Band in Contemporary Music Education and the Marching Band Handbook, both of which are obviously the marching bands in America, but you never know. It absolutely tells you in here how to twirl one of the majorette batons, China, which I thought would be great for you. I thought you could do that one, no problem. So I started to say here about letterbrain. So I can't remember which one of the two clips. Oh yes, Penny's book for me as well. Can't remember which one of the two clips I chose, but I know either one of them is going to be a cracker. Just a wee fun number there to show the versatility of the bands. What I have to laugh at is the guys in the flute band to the far side. They're very, very somber looking. I don't know how this sounds next to that. I just, we're doing even a wee bit of hand jiving. Now, Mr. David Sheridan, I hope you're watching. You can't say this. Is this your? I'm not going to say nothing, actually. I'm not even going to go there. This is Shankill Road Defenders playing at the Clough-Fernion Conquers Charity Night in 2019. You can make up your own jokes and puns about what David said earlier about happening once a month. Shankill Road Defenders. So there you go, David. That was your night for the tonight's your night. Victoria, lock the doors. Lock the doors. Now, where are we going to go next? There's been no birthdays coming in. No birthdays at all. So we'll go on without doing our birthdays for tonight. So Motherwell.
Did we mention Joe Stevenson's birthday last week?
No, we
It
didn't.
was Joe Stevenson's 50th birthday during the week.
It was yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday, the day before. I can't remember which one.
Yesterday, the day before.
It was
Yeah.
his 50th.
Happy birthday to Jojo. Are you watching? If you're watching, we'll give you a blast of happy birthday. Now, next band up are Motherwell Old Comrades. They are playing Sharpshooters, according to Lisa. Fantastic march. Absolutely love that march. Penny, you must have a list of hated tunes about a mile long and a list of like tunes with like 200. Loved playing Sharpshooters. Excellent balances, Ken Stewart, and a serious tempo. Indeed, it was serious tempo. Really, really fast. I've never played as fast as that. Definitely not. Now, where are we going to next? Oh my goodness, Scott Clark's going to be happy. You see, this is what happens when you don't gurn at me, right? You get played. This is Ballymena Protestant Boys at Clyde Valley's Parade in 2019. Another wet night there. You can see the white shirts, but my dad always said with Balroshane and the white shirts, the water can only go skin deep and the shirts dry really quickly, much quicker than a tunic. And when you think about it, it's right. Now, two more bands left for this evening. Russell Miller, you've been very quiet tonight. Are you still huffing? Are you still huffing? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Up next is the Ballet McCormick Accordion Band. This is them playing in 2018 at Canallan's Parade. Brilliant there from Ballet McCormick Accordion. Now, our last clip is coming up and was requested by Russell Miller. So I hope you're still watching, Russell, because you can't give off if you look for a band and then when the band plays, you don't see it. Like, now, join us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock again. What I've done tomorrow night for our picks is I've gone through the list of bands, looked at the ones which have been least frequently played. I went to the ones that maybe have only been played once or twice and have put together a show of them. It's still a great show because they're still all really good bands. It's just we haven't played them anything more than once or twice. So that's what tomorrow night is. So it should be another good night of music. Hopefully you've enjoyed this evening. I think I've got a couple of requests included in tomorrow night as well, but hopefully you will enjoy it as much as you enjoyed tonight. In the meantime, before we finish off with Pride of the Band Isle Boys, and they are playing at their 40th anniversary parade way back in 2017. But in the meantime, hope you all have a good day tomorrow. We will see you all at 8 o'clock. And in the meantime, keep the foots to the myth, boys, because we're coming to the tune.
It was when England's glorious sun in 1688 was overcast with treason's cloud and popery stood elate, that up arose her Protestants, the peasant and the peer, and vowed the chain of perjure James that they would not dainty wear. They sought them out a prudent chief to guide their ardent zeal, to lead them on that victory might bless their flashing steel. And who so fit to guide that host in all its bright array as William, Prince of Orange, ere he landed at Torbay? Then up arose the mighty chief and left his native shore, and rode upon the stormy waves our freedom to restore. Upon his flag was blazoned forth, high fluttering o'er the main, that our religion and our laws he ever would maintain. 'Twas then in gallant style he stood upon the vessel's prow, with victory on his flashing sword and wisdom on his brow. And tens of thousands greeted him upon his natal day, when he, our glorious Orange chief, first landed at Torbay. Come, brethren of the Orange bond, a bond ne'er to be riven. Whene'er we give great William's name, a bumper must be given. For if you'd fire a feu de joie to him who victory won, come prime and load and see you get charge into your gun. The eloquence of bumpers full there's nothing can surpass. There's naught expresses kindred soul like friendship's social glass. And thus we give our song and toast with 3 times 3 huzzah, the memory of King William and his landing at Torbay. The memory of King William and his landing at Torbay.